Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Thursday, May 16th, 2024. So, on another one of those arithmetically pleasing dates, May 16, 2024.
Yes.
Did you do the crossword?
I did.
And was it a cruciverbally pleasing crossword?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
I thought it was rather easy for a Thursday.
Really? Mm-hmm. I found it impossible until I got to the revealer. Oh. I couldn't make heads or tails of it without the revealer.
Oh.
You couldn't have either.
No, but, the words kind of started forming on those themed clues, and I said, it looks like that says some nerve, and it did, even though that didn't seem to go with the clue at all.
That was being 17 across because the clue was gone.
Right.
Because I'd look at the clue and I'd look at what was forming, and I couldn't make the connection between the clue and the answer, so I didn't try and, recognize words. I'm way off in left field. There's something very weird going on here. My first thought was rebuses, or rebusi, we cognoscenti like to say. But that was not the case.
Nope.
Why don't you tell us what was the case?
Okay. Well, as we have hinted, on all the themed clues, the answers did not match the clues at all. And then when you got to the revealer, even that was a little cryptic. But here's what it said. The revealer, 63 across. When you read forward and then backward, motto that suggests how to interpret this puzzle's starred clues. And the answer to that was all for one. And of course, if you read it backwards, it's one for all.
Right.
And that's the part of the motto you have to use to figure the theme clues out. So for 17 across, the clue was gone, Gone, and there was, a one in there with ONE. But if it's all for one and one for all, you should switch that out with the all. Get rid of the ONE and put in ALL.
Right.
And that turns gone into gall. And the answer was some nerve.
Right.
Which is gall. So,
yes.
The second one was 24 across, stone tool. Stone tool. And the answer was toilet brush. Which makes no sense at all until you go all for one and put all in there instead of one in stone, and you get stall tool. Well, that's a toilet brush. So the third one was 36 across, scoop received in a call. And for that one, you have to do a one for all. So you put the one in there instead of the all in call. So then you get scoop received in a cone, and the answer was ice cream. And then we had 43 across, shall, SHALL. But if you put one for all, you get shown, and the answer was sparkled. And then finally, this one was, I thought, the funny one. It gets the ball rolling, but if you do one for all, put in the one instead of the all, you get it gets the bone rolling, and the answer was rotary joint.
Yes.
So anyway, that was the theme. You didn't really need it to solve the puzzle, but it certainly would have helped.
I needed it to solve the puzzle. Because I couldn't reconcile the clue and the answer. They just, as I mentioned a moment ago, just seemed so distant that I was just not making it. I couldn't get enough of the crosses.
See, I got the crosses, so that's how I solved the puzzle. I didn't really understand the theme, but then I I sort of figured it out.
Right.
I never think, with the theme, to look at the clues rather than look at the answers. I always think, oh, well, it has something to do with the answers, all for one and one for all.
Right.
But it actually had something to do with the clues.
And to be fair to Sara Muchnick, who wrote this, it says it right there in the clue when read forward and then backward motto that suggests how to interpret this puzzle's starred clues. So it's how to interpret it's something you have to do with the clues. But yes, apparently this is sort of a well-known gimmick. I was reading on X-Word Info, and they gave an example of this virtually the exact same idea done in 2012.
Uh-huh.
And at that time, the KC Star, the Kansas City Star, apologized to their readers because of all the mistakes in the crossword.
Oh, really?
Not realizing that was the point.
Right. Uh-huh.
But yeah, I couldn't get anything in the top. The whole first row was just alien territory to me. Seabirds nesting spot, say. I thought dock or pier.
Yes,
me
too.
Not the correct answer was isle. Actually, I had it ending in LE at one point, and I was thinking pole.
Oh.
It's just like you get a pole sticking out of the water. I'm not sure why it's sticking out of the water, but if it is, there could be a bird on it. Mm-hmm. The one next to it, 5 across, musical lead-in to beat. I had it starting with an A, and I thought and as in 1 and a 2 and a. But the answer was Afro.
Afro beat.
So I wasn't doing well there. And pounds, perhaps, I wanted to be slams, but it was aches.
Yes. Why
is pounds aches? Oh, I guess like you have a headache, you just a pounding headache.
Right. That's what I was
thinking. That was, okay. Mm-hmm. That took a bit of work. 15 across. Schreiber of Asteroid City was LIEV.
LIEV, yes.
LIEV?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know LIEV Schreiber?
I do.
Have you seen Asteroid City?
No, I have not, but I know him because he's a famous actor.
Famous being relative to who you are.
Perhaps.
If you're a person who knows things like you, they'd be famous. For me, it was just like, who? But that's the way it goes. Word was secret or school. I looked at secret and thought sauce, and I looked at school and I thought grade, and I tried to make a grade secret or a school sauce, but it turned out it was trade secret or trade school.
That's correct.
20 across, shirt front and fork sculptor in 1922 was ARP. I think we've had that name before. We
have had ARP in there.
Like Jean ARP or something?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It looks like Jean ARP, but it is Jean. It's
Jean ARP. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else did I have trouble with? Pretty much everything. Oh, the one next to it was brilliant, 21 across. Lifelines, for short, IVs.
That's right.
That was good. That was very good.
Yes,
well done, Sarah.
Yes.
Let's see here. Another clue that didn't quite feel right to me. 9 down, the whole world in your hands was Atlas.
Yes.
It's not in my hands, it's in Atlas's hands, so it should have been the whole world in his hands.
No, they're talking like a road atlas,
Oh.
A book of maps.
I was, because I thought Atlas, of course, holding up the world, probably using his hands, but it wouldn't be in his hands. I thought the scale was wrong. Okay.
I put globe there. You're holding a globe, you're holding the whole world in your hands, but it turned out to be Atlas.
No, I got Atlas and then totally misunderstood which Atlas they were talking about.
Right.
Huh, fascinating.
They had a double clue, 11 down, stag was heart.
Right.
And then down at 57 down, stag was solo.
Yes.
I put solo for the first one, but
that makes sense.
Take it back out. It was heart.
Mm-hmm.
HART.
Yes, that helps. 67 across, where to find a very wet sponge was a reef.
Yes.
And I thought, that's going to be as wet as a sponge in a sink. I didn't see why it was very wet. So you can see I've been very critical of the clues today.
It's submerged, It's a sea sponge. It's going to be in the water all the time.
I always try and keep my sponges way at the bottom of the sink, totally immersed. As per Julia Child etiquette.
Oh, really?
Keep your sponges low, she's been known to say, I think. Probably never. 44 down, goes over again was, well, I thought reviews, because I thought that sounded very good, but it was rereads.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. 37 down, the head of lettuce, question mark, was CFO.
Yes.
That was funny.
That was clever. And 41 down was kind of a fun fact, where more than 60% of Fortune 500 companies are incorporated. And the answer is Delaware.
Right. Because what, they don't pay any taxes there?
Something, there is a monetary advantage, but I don't know what it is. But yes, Delaware.
I just wonder how real that advantage is, or whether the Delaware Chamber of Commerce just does a really good job of conning people. That's probably real. No offense to anyone who's living in Delaware and listening to this. If you're listening to us from Delaware, drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com, so we can personally apologize for what I just said. 45 across with every detail perfect. I had it ending in AT, and I thought, neat.
Oh, sure.
But it was to a T. Actually, first I read it, I had TOAT, and I thought, tote. What's a tote? I know what a tote is, TOTE, but this is TOAT.
Toat.
And then I finally parsed it, to a T.
That's right.
So that was good. Oh, another brilliant one. Vegetable, 47 across. Vegetable that's a letter off from an ivy. And the answer was kale.
That's right.
Off from Yale.
That's right.
It's like, wow.
Uh-huh. Yes, that was a good one, too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one last one, 60 down, give the name of was dub.
Yes.
And it's just like, at first I was thinking nay for no apparent reason, but eventually soused that out.
Right.
So this was by Sara Muchnick.
Yes.
Her debut crossword in the New York Times.
It was excellent,
and
Sarah.
And she scores a Thursday. Yes, indeed. I think worth 5 squares on the JAMCR scale.
I do too.
All right. It's unanimous.
And to start with a Thursday, that's pretty ambitious.
Yep.
Because that's always got to be, kind of unique.
And a great theme.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that is it for today then. So thanks everyone for listening.
Yes.
Hope you're enjoying these podcasts. Remember, you can always get a hold of us, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com, or go to our Facebook page. Or you can send us fan mail by clicking on the link that says text us somewhere near the description of this podcast. Anyways, that's it for today. We'll be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.